Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Welcome, bruchim habayim, ladies and gentlemen. This week we'll be reading Parashat Tetzaveh. And it's also Shabbat Zachor, which means next week, Be'ezrat Hashem, we have the amazing Chag of Purim. We know this week's Parasha continues the discussion of the building of the Mishkan, and it specifies more of the kelim and also the clothing of the Kohanim. Really, in every single clothing and keli, there's lessons and things we could talk about. In last week's parasha, we know the pasuk that said, "Va'asu li migdash v'shachanti betocham." Build for me a sanctuary and I'll dwell in them. And we know HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling us in them that even though if we don't have the Mishkan or we don't have the Bet HaMikdash, He will dwell in every single one of our homes as long as we sanctify the name of Hashem, as long as we honor the name of Hashem in the Bet Knesset and in our homes, the Shekhinah will dwell in every single one of us. And we also know this because later on, by the second Bet HaMikdash, unfortunately it was a time of a lot of sinat chinam, where Jews didn't love each other, and we weren't brothers, and we didn't have achdut, and we hated each other. There was so much hatred that HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, I cannot dwell in this Bet HaMikdash, and He had the Bet HaMikdash destroyed. So we see that the Bet HaMikdash and the Mishkan is really every single one of us, that we have to come together as a nation, be'achdut, to have the Borei Olam have one home, the Bet HaMikdash. But today, it's really in every single one of our homes. But there's something very interesting in this week's parasha. If we look in the end of the parasha, there's a pasuk that says, "V'no'adeti shama livnei Yisrael v'nigdash b'chvodi." The pasuk says, "And I will dwell in them, and my holiness, v'nigdash, the kedusha, where will it dwell? Where are we going to sanctify my name? B'chvodi, in my honor." What does it mean? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is saying here that my name and my holiness is going to dwell in honor. So we have to look at Rashi. Rashi says, what's b'chvodi? What does honor over here mean? Shetishra shchinati bo. That my shchina, what is kvodi? Kvodi is my honor. My honor is the shchina, the divine providence. What is HaKadosh Baruch Hu telling us over here, Rabotai? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling us that you know what my honor is? If you where I want to dwell, where does the Shekhinah want to dwell? In honor. What honor? The honor of the Borei Olam is not what we think. We think today, what does kavod mean? Kavod means respecting the elderly, respecting someone who's above you, your parents. We give them kavod. That's honor, but not the honor that's talking about in this pasuk. Rashi says, kavod is the Shekhinah, is the divine providence. The Borei Olam is telling us a lesson over here. He's telling us, you know what my honor is as HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as the King of all kings? Not that Jews are the 1% of the world. Not that Jews made all the big inventions in the world. You know what real honor is? HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, my real honor is my Kedusha, my holiness, my Shekhinah. What is Shekhinah? What is the divine providence? Every single one of us have the Shekhinah in us. And what are we meant to do with it? We're supposed to be learning Torah, doing mitzvot, creating families, creating communities. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, that is my kavod. My kavod is, when we go to the Bet Knesset, think about it, Rabotai. In all of our lives, we have someone who we need to respect. Whether it's our parents, sometimes it's your boss. We all need to respect someone. And we try to give them kavod. But how about giving kavod to the creator of the world? HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the father of all of us. You know how we give him kavod? Not by being extremely successful. We give him kavod by going to the Bet Knesset. When we open a sefer and learn his Torah, that is giving HaKadosh Baruch Hu kavod. When we are creating families, when we come home to a home of children, to a home of Torah, to a home of mitzvot, that is kavod for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When we go to Bet Knesset, when we show HaKadosh Baruch Hu, look at my Shabbat table, look how flourishing it is with food and beauty, and we sanctify the Shabbat, that is kavod for the Borei Olam. When we wrap tefillin, when we say tehillim, every little mitzvah, that is honoring HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And who doesn't want to give kavod? Who doesn't want to honor the Borei Olam? And this is what it's saying in this pasuk. V'no'adeti el bnei Yisrael v'nigdashi b'chvodi. And I will dwell, and my holiness will dwell in my honor. Every single one of us has this kavod of Borei Olam. That's why we're less than 1% of the world and we're on top of the world. Because we have this kavod of the Borei Olam. But we just have to emulate him and walk around with kavod and being proud. And bishalom, especially today, living with the goyim, in work, outside, wherever we are, we have to say, I am a proud Jew. I'm honoring the Borei Olam. I'm the honor of HaKadosh Baruch Hu by keeping his mitzvot, by keeping the Torah, by keeping Shabbat, by keeping kashrut. So Be'ezrat Hashem, if we realize what is honoring the Borei Olam, and how simple it is by just doing his mitzvot, and that's the biggest honor for him, we'll have the Mashiach and we'll have the Geula very soon, and there's only going to be peace in Am Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.